Quite interesting, BKO. Let me start with you. I remember soon after the APC convention that produced the incumbent chairman of the party, I remember asking you whether the president might want to toe the line of consensus candidate for the APC primary. But you said the president might not stoop that low to think in that regard.
I can't even remember exactly what I said. All I've always said was that it does not make any sense at this stage to be thinking of consensus. I want to see the delegates choose the candidate of the party. I don't want to see the president and a few powerful people in the party decide for everyone. Because at the end of the day, when you are talking about consensus, as we saw Atiku Square the other day, consensus does not mean unanimity. It doesn't. Consensus does not mean unanimity. The fact that somebody has been thrown up as consensus candidate does not mean that everyone is happy to have him as the candidate of the party. In fact, in most cases, you leave people extremely displeased. We saw people crying like a baby on the podium the other day because their hopes were dashed. Years and months of hard work were dashed by the fact that a few people just chose to decide for everyone. And they will call that democracy. It's not democracy. It's not consistent with democracy for just a few people to decide for everyone. These guys have bought the expression of interest and nomination form the party for the presidential. For the position of president. So let them contest. Let them slug it out. Why is anybody afraid of a contest, a flat-out contest? That's what I want to see. And we saw it at the PDP convention. It was a success, a huge success that has now thrown the ball straight into the court of the APC. In sports, we will say that right now, the greater pressure is on the APC because they now have to match what the PDP has done. The PDP has chosen their own standard bearer. The APC must match it by choosing their own, and they must choose their own without any form of rancor. At least on the at the MQ Abiola Stadium, we didn't see evidence of rancor. Wike may leave the place and start talking about a governor who won with only 300 votes. I mean, even one vote still amounts to victory. You know, that was clearly a dig at Tambua. But we didn't see any form of rancor at the venue of the convention. That's what we want to see. But if we try to force someone on everyone, and that person is not popular, you are going to bring down the party will collapse on your head. Politicians must learn from history. Look at Rawlings. Rawlings ruled Ghana for a combination of 19 years, both as a military ruler and as a civilian ruler. Rawlings, charismatic, popular, a proper Ghanaian hero. And so he felt that it was up to him to choose his successor. What did we see? His vice president of many years, Atta Mills, was the person that he wanted to succeed him. But the Ghanaians said, no, you are our hero, we love you so much, but you are not going to decide for us. You are not going to bring your own, you are not going to decide who your successor is all by yourself. And what did they do? They rejected Jerry Rawlings' candidate by a whopping 15%. And I can tell you a lot of those issues that made the Ghanaians to take that decision, they are present today. So APC must do what is right. Act sensibly. If you choose anyone who is not popular because that is the person that you like, and not the person that the majority likes, Atiku will defeat your candidate resoundingly. He is capable of doing that. He has the capacity to do that. He can be defeated if we find the right candidate, the right running mate. He can be defeated. But if we choose someone who is not strong enough, out of sentiment or anything, he will earn an unassailable victory. Let people remember that I dropped that piece of warning for the APC today. We are historians, and we don't forget things easily. But the politician is very forgetful. He's thinking of his goal. He's thinking of himself. So he has no time to do a tie back, think about what happened in the past. And that is why they make a lot of mistakes. So it's our job to lay the cards on the table to them and tell them, look, there's no better time than to do what is right. And what is right is to let the people choose their leader. It's not for the president to determine who succeeds him. He doesn't have the power. The power to determine who succeeds the president resides in the ordinary voter.